Welcome to the GPLama YouTube channel, where today's video is all about this, my new Aero road helmet, and a few things that I discovered when upgrading from the previous model, the Evade 2, to this, the Evade 3. This video is also sponsored by a company who knows a thing or two about maintaining Aero helmets of a different kind, Manscaped.com. Can I get away with that? That's not too below the belt?
I'll allow it.
We have a, what rating?
We're G.
We're good? Approved?
Yep.
Okay. So there's no hiding the fact that I have a weird egg-shaped head. So weird, in fact, that snapback caps are never going to work up here. They just do not fit. And when searching for different helmets over the years, I've always struggled to find something that fits comfortably on this. Specialized is the exception. I've used the Evade 1, the Evade 2, the Prevail helmets over the years, and I find they fit pretty well for this weird shaped thing up here. So when a new model helmet comes out from Specialized, it definitely has my attention. But unfortunately, when this released here in Australia, it was $475, meaning that I gave it a bit of a miss early on. Now, bucking the trend for the cycling industry, these are now down to $425 Aussie dollars. Can you believe it? Something's actually dropped in price. And you can find them for even cheaper if you do a quick Google search online. Shout outs to my friends up there in Darwin. So with that price drop, this was back on my radar. Now, going from the Evade 1 to the Evade 2, straightforward upgrade with not a lot of changes there. But going from the Evade 2 to the Evade 3, well, let's have a look at the few things you need to know about the differences. Okay, I have the Evade 2 here on the left, the Evade 3 here on the right, both in size medium and the Australian retail versions of these helmets. Just a few things of note with these two helmets are the differences between the two models. The Evade 3 is about 5mm longer this way. And I assume that's because of the redesigned tail end, which we'll have a closer look at in a minute. And this sits a little higher too than this. I can't really tell from the front or side on. I'm guessing it might be because of that redesign behind the ear section there. So you can see side by side, very different shapes there at the back. Air vents at the front, bigger hole through here than through here. And this has two holes each side here where my thumbs are. This only has one back there. So larger through here and less through here. The rear of the helmet's very different. This one sort of scoops in a little bit more. And as I flip over, spin them around, let's talk about the very first thing that I noticed when upgrading from the 2 to the 3. And that is something that I loved about this helmet is now gone. So this Evade 2 had the magneto clip. I absolutely love this thing. It just snaps into place whenever that clip is nearby. Never had any issues with this at all. Unfortunately, the upgrade is back to the standard plastic clip, as we've seen for many, many years. If I could switch this over to this, I would, but that's just not possible. So that's the first thing that I guess you need to know about these helmets if you're moving from the older one to the newer model. The magneto clip is gone. Let's put these on the weight scale. Now, Specialized are kind enough to put the estimated weight on the sticker inside. And they estimate, well, they state the weight is 300 grams for this one. And we are rocking in at 309 grams. 9 grams over spec, not too bad, plus or minus. And the newer helmet, which has 310 written on the inside, comes in at 317. So they're both over spec by about the same amount. Maybe it's the scales that are out. Okay, before getting to the second and very important difference between these two model helmets, a quick word from our video sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the premium brand for men's grooming and hygiene products across the world. Now, Manscaped sent over a ton of things for me to read out, mostly below the belt, but let's keep things on track and on topic for my cycling audience. If you're coming out of hibernation, never go razor on rug. That's a bad idea. Please, to save your legs, go one of these first, trim your legs down before hitting them with a razor. Try not to tackle that with a razor alone, you're in for a bad time. Now, Manscaped have sent over their entire 4.0 performance package and a way you can save yourself 20% with the links and code in the video description below. Now, there's no question about it, shaved legs are more aero. So is a shaved head, ask me how I know. But don't take my word for it. Our friends over at Swisside do not mess about when it comes to numbers. It's a proven watt saving there in the wind tunnel. So as part of this pack, the Lawnmower 4.0 is wireless, waterproof, and is something I'll be traveling with, even when they're not sponsoring my videos, because yes, I do have to maintain this haircut, or I look like a creepy uncle. Now, one cool feature of this, it does have a travel lock, which comes in very, very handy, because having something small, cylindrical, and vibrating in your luggage can be very, very awkward passing through security. Nobody wants that. Now, for a limited time, when you purchase the Performance package, Manscaped have two gifts that come along with that. Firstly, the shed to chuck all of this stuff inside when you're traveling, and also a free set of non-chafing boxer shorts. I'll put links in the video description below, along with my code to the Performance Package 4.0, and I'd like to thank Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Okay, now everyone has shaved their head and shaved their legs. Let's have a look at the difference between these two helmets when it comes to fit and sizing. Now these are both mediums. They're both the same model helmet, just different revisions. So the 3, the 2 over here. Now I do find the 2 floats around a little more on my head, and the 3 is a little tighter fitting. So definitely worth trying one of these on before ordering. How are they different? Well, it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, pulling out my ruler on this to see if we can determine exactly what the differences are. Lengthwise on this helmet, this comes out at about 22 centimeters. So we're looking at 220 millimeters back to front. And I do feel this is a little floatier on my head. Obviously, heads being 3D shaped, this is just one metric, and this is about 2 millimeters longer. Now this will depend on how tight you have the dial screwed in, but just sitting the helmet on your head and moving it back and forward, this one, yeah, as I said, floats around. This one was a little tighter. Width-wise, I believe they are about the same. I didn't have any differences side by side, so we're looking at again, rough estimate of around 167 millimeters across. And on this one, again, just a rough estimate here, 167, about the same. So yeah, no differences there. So this way, the same. This way, a little shorter on the Evade 3. Definitely something you'll need to check on your own head before doing the straight upgrade, because there's not a lot of tolerance on that one. I'm almost a large in this, but I just scraped in as a medium. So, right, as summary, they're the two big differences. The magneto clip, it's on the Evade 2, is gone, back to the standard clip, and the fit on the Evade 3 is just a little bit smaller. All right, what do these look like out in the road? Let's have a look. A beautiful sunny winter's day in Ballarat as I pause the video right here for a side-by-side Evade 3 on the left, Evade 2 on the right. And the one thing I noticed with this, aside from the tighter fit of the Evade 3, is how much wind there was flowing around my ears. And I put this down to the different design around the ear line, being a little higher there on the Evade 3. It did feel a little cooler on this very cool day out on the road. And I do apologise for breaking the rules in this video with the helmet straps over there on the right. I promise not to do that again. Front on and the Evade 3 over there on the left versus the Evade 2 over there on the right, and it has a little less, well, lollipop shape to it. Now there is a bit of a visual illusion there with the black colours around the bottom lip on the front there of the Evade 3. But there is definitely less helmet, again, around the ears and around the hairline. Well, my hairline, anyway. So all up, I'm pretty happy with the upgrade, and it will be staying on my head. I guess the next question is Aero data. Is the new helmet faster? If so, by how much? And does it really matter for the riding that I'm doing? Not really, but I'm keen to know. So there it is, my experience upgrading from the Evade 2 to the Evade 3. Not a straightforward process as it was going from the 1 to the 2, especially with those size changes of the helmet. Definitely worth trying one on in store before ordering online if you've got a weird shaped egg like I do. All right, with that, thanks for watching, and thanks for Manscaped for sponsoring this video.